TOEFL IBT, Speaking 26. Aaron at speaking26.com. TOEFL IBT, Speaking 26. Aaron at speaking26.com. I was asked this question. It went like this. Aaron, I noticed that you scored more points in your practice answer by mentioning specific things that were in the reading passage. We were practicing TOEFL speaking question number 2, the question that all of you are underestimating because it's not as intimidating as the topic we're going to get on speaking question number 3. Right? Most of you are already university graduates. This is one of the reasons why you're underestimating question number 2. It might appear, not necessarily reality, but sure, it appears to be easier than question number 3 or question number 1, but does that automatically equal that you're scoring all of the points on question number 2? No, it doesn't. I guarantee you, you're underestimating question number 2. Here's the positive way to say it. I guarantee you there are points you could be easily picking up extra points from question number 2, but you won't be unless you're taking classes with me. I'll help you as much as I can in this video to try to get some, but most of you don't even take these videos. The teachers and tutors take my videos more seriously than the test takers. Test takers, I'll try to help you, but you got to help yourself. You got to be taking notes when you watch these. Most of you, maybe you're sitting on your couch with your feet up, throwing popcorn in the air and catching it with your mouth. You're more likely to be doing that with popcorn than you are to be writing notes on paper like you should be from my videos. The teachers and tutors are learning from my videos more than most of you test takers are, unfortunately. But here we go. I'm continuing. Let's see if you do better yourself. Test takers, get more points from speaking question number 2 by, yes, saying specific things from the reading on speaking question number 2, and then integrating, ding, 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 connecting, merging that with something from the conversation between the 2 students. I'll do that again. Using the words from TOEFL scoring rubrics, integrate by taking something specific from the reading and merging it with something specific from the conversation between the 2 students. I think you test takers would have been better off if you would have taken the TOEFL before there was so much bad advice on the internet. Were there people who took the TOEFL before the internet became popular, before there was so much bad advice on the internet? If you thought you were helping yourself by watching a video, you thought it was a way to get a lot of information. But I think you guys would have been better off if there would have been no advice on the internet. If instead you were forced to analyze the words from the TOEFL's questions for yourself, if you were forced, if that was your only, you weren't allowed to go watch the low scoring bad advice on the internet. If you were forced to analyze the questions for yourself, I think so many of you would have done so much better. How is it possible that the last verifiable passing score that I've shown, verifiable passing score, the full test appointment number is visible. It's not scratched off, it's not erased, it's not blocked, and you can see and hear the person in the video to know that it's a real human, it's a real person, it's a real test taker. It's not a paid assistant pretending to be a student. It's not a fake profile speaking as if it is a student, but it's not. It's either the tutor, it's either the tutor, teacher, or somebody that the tutor or teacher paid to look like a student. No, you can tell it's a real student. How is it possible that pharmacist Ali, as he says, with only 2 years of English, gets 26 on TOEFL IBT speaking, but you guys with something like 20 years of English don't? It's because of what he said in his words. He says, you can read his post for yourself. He says, I spent months and months deciding which one person I would go to. That's how somebody with only 2 years of English gets 26 on speaking, and you with something closer to 20 years of English haven't yet. You guys would have been better off if you would have never been exposed to all of the low scoring advice that you got before me. You would have been better off if you were forced to use your smart mind to read and analyze the questions yourself. Score higher on TOEFL speaking question number 2 by yes. How else are you going to integrate if you're not specifically taking words from the reading so that you can integrate it with something from the conversation between the two students? If you're like the pharmacists that I help in my Speaking 26 meetings, maybe you're thinking something like this. But Aaron, so many other people, tutors, teachers, say that we don't have to pay a lot of attention to the reading because everything is going to be repeated back in the conversation between the two students. I, Aaron, at speaking26.com, do not say that. I say the scoring rubrics say integrate. Integrated question. How are you going to integrate if you're not taking specific words, phrases, and ideas from the reading? For those of you who that made sense to, I know you're smart. I know you would have been better off if you were forced to analyze the questions for yourself instead of thinking it was an advantage to go hear somebody else's advice. How has their advice worked out for you? If you're watching my video, you probably haven't passed yet, but you do believe in your ability to pass. The people who didn't pass and don't believe in themselves, most of them stopped watching my videos. Most of them stopped taking the TOEFL. But if you're listening and watching, it probably made sense to you. You probably related to what I just shared with you, other people have told me. You would have been better off if you were forced to rely on your own good critical thinking and analysis of the questions instead of intaking somebody else's highly produced video. They do a good job of making it look high quality. The video is high quality, but here's my question to you. Does a high quality video, high production quality, shiny edits, glitter, does that mean does that automatically equal high quality strategy? No, of course not. And that's why I've showed more verifiable 26s on TOEFL IBT speaking than anybody else has. You can benefit from the high quality advice that many of the pharmacists have chosen to give you. We were fortunate, we, myself included, were fortunate enough that they decided to give you that advice. Go learn from it and score higher on TOEFL speaking question number 2. Integrate.